Hello. Hi, everybody. So good to see you on this beautiful Thursday. I'm getting Laura in here so we can chit chat. Hello, everybody. Hello. Episode 10 of Laura Allyson Live. You love to see it. Now, I was live to talk about, bandana on Tuesday. Instantly started coughing. It was terrible. Never truly recovered. Laura, hello. Laura, I love what's happening with your hair today.
Thank you. I'm on a journey. When we meet up next, I am getting the name of the salon that you go to officially switcheroo who's doing my hair. But I think I'm leaving the bangs behind for a while, and I'm getting this. I don't know. It's very 80s. I know we don't center part anymore, but I do. I do. I've experimented with the center part, and as a widow's peak girly, it's just not going to be for me. It's not an age thing. It's just a personal thing. So
yeah,
I appreciate it. Yeah. Anyway, I've been thinking it a little bit. So thank you for the compliment.
Well, that's what we do. Milena is here with us. She is a side parter too. I love this.
I believe Milena has texture as well. So I think for texture folks, it's a bit of a different story. That clean girl center part look apparently is very classist and dumb. So I'm just leaning into my texture. That's what I'm leaning into.
I love it. I'm a texture girl as well. I think I'm doing a no part is what's happening.
You've been embracing the volume as well this summer.
We're going up. We're
which is great.
Shooting it up.
Which is great.
Thanks.
So
Thanks.
It's been a journey, but I appreciate it. Thanks. Yeah, I miss bang a little bit, but I think we're gonna go long bang. I think that's where we're at. But it's like looking in a mirror though, Allyson, because you're wearing a shirt that I'm familiar with.
It's like looking in the mirror, Allyson, because you're wearing a shirt.
Mm-hmm.
It happens occasionally that I put a shirt on. Only once in a while. Yeah, Laura made this shirt. I really like it. It's for my It's for my, a casual day at home.
Yeah.
And I love this. I have my they're beautiful beach ladies.
Yeah, that Amalfi fabric from Cotton and Steel really caught my eye thanks to Devin of Miss Make. Everything that Devin of Miss Make does, all respects, of course, except for having a baby. Yes. Yeah. Is really what I want in my life. But yeah, this shirt, I think Allison's put as named why I never reached for it. It's so casual. It's very PJE.
It's PJE. Yeah, so I have these casual. I'm gonna do a turn so we can see a whole outfit. But I have these casual pants. Also, these are my All-Well Studio, All-Well Studio pants. Is that what they are?
Pants. That sounds right.
Yeah. So they got a little elastic going there. My booty is looking good, even though this is, a casual pant. Yes. I'm digging this fit for, a day where the only time you'll leave in the house really is to walk the dog.
Yeah, 100%. So, yes, I myself have leaned into pinafore life, and I love it so much because then there is no pant. There's no pant. You just throw on a shirt when you have to go be on the internet for a while, and then
you're just back to it.
Yeah, it's a more breezy apron. So I like I'm doing the pinafore. So I'm glad that my me made garment found a good home. I just love that.
Home with me. Yeah, I love it. Thank you. Laura, I have a surprise for you.
Oh, great. I love surprises. That's actually not true, but I know that Allyson will show me surprises that are good. I don't love surprises across the board, but I love Allyson's surprises.
I am making a cardigan. I'm making a Felix cardigan.
Oh my gosh. I was like, I'd recognize that raglan anywhere. That's gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm making a Felix cardigan, Laura, because I'm teaching a class this fall called Felix Party.
Oh, fun.
Where you can do the pullover or the cardigan. So that makes it a party.
Well, I
And
love
look at this
the
beautiful
Lucky Tweed.
yarn. Lucky Tweed. Yes. Our girl Lucky Tweed from our friends at Kelborn Woolens. This is just like the most beautiful color.
It's so
I
good.
love
Is it
it.
rust heather or is it autumn heather? I always forget which
I
one
think
it
it's
is.
rust. I think autumn is the
'Cause there's an orange
scout.
heather too that reads more rust to me, but
Yeah.
that is still so good.
Yeah.
So good.
So that's what I've been cooking up here. It is a surprise in that I have never said out loud to you that I'm making this.
It is a total surprise, but it's I've known that you've had that yarn, so I'm really excited to see it pop up. Yeah. I think we're on the same wavelength as per usual because I, as many of you watching know, I've launched my side hustle spring resale where I'm helping people much like Allyson today, where I'm rehoming people's craft supplies and me-made garments to other makers who can really appreciate things. So I'm getting that off the ground with folks and the interest has been fabulous, but it's made me reevaluate my own stash and really want to work through things. So I'm getting organized and I have this fabric cart over here of this is all stuff I want to make clothing out of for this fall. And some of it is scrap, all I want to do is buy new fabric. Is this relatable? That's all I want to do. Maybe I'll let myself get a few more items if I sew through this, but I have a ton of scrap that I really feel like I can work through. So we can see on the ground behind me, I've got a Grainline Studio moss skirt going. It's been in my brain for a long time. I've had this rust. That's
going to go great with this cardigan.
Yeah, exactly. I've had this rust corduroy forever. And I made a jacket out of it that I love so much. And I had this much left over. And I hang on to scraps like this because I'm like, maybe I could turn it into a little something. And it looks like I have just enough. So I might be able to do jacket corduroy, yeah. What do we call that? French tuxedo? No, the tuxedo is French actually. But the Quebecois. Maybe the corduroy top and bottom is the Quebecois tuxedo.
Adorable is what we're going to be calling that. Adorable.
I don't know that there's a lot of love for that. I don't know that we're in a moss skirt silhouette moment right now. I feel like everything is has kind of gone away from that. However, it reads early 90s to me. So I'm hoping the
90s are back.
They are so back. So I don't know. But anyway, I'm excited to try it out and work through scrap. So I'm working through stash busting as well. So that's where I'm at. And I think it's because Sleeve-Timber is upon us. What time is this, our 5th Sleeve-Timber? 4th? 3rd? Who can say?
There's just a Grand Canyon divide between the party Sleeve-Timber and everything that came before. So I say we rechristen Sleeve-Timber with an exclusive party label and say, then this is our second
Sleeve-Timber.
Balls to the wall Sleeve-Timber. So I'm saying 2.
I love it. And if you're new to us, first of all, hello. And this is my friend Allyson Dijkhuizen, just in case we struggle to pronounce. I know I did for years, so you're not alone out there.
But I let people struggle because it's not even worth it most of the time. The problem comes when you meet someone and they say Dijkhuizen or whatever, and then you let it go so long that by the time you're like, okay, so we've crossed the divide and now you need to actually know how to say my last name. It's been too long. And they're like, oh my God, you let me say your last name wrong for 2 years.
It's tough. It's tough.
It is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. But yes, Laura, your pronunciation is perfect.
Thank you. But it was corrected because I had it wrong for the first couple of months of our friendship and we had to have that conversation. But we survived. but we survived. And you know what, Jenny? I can, but no one will believe me because I think it pops up in the chat. But I can do it from memory. Allison's seen me do it. So
yes, I have. I'm impressed every single time.
But it has like a telephone number like rhythm, DYKHUIZE. So you can do the little sing-songy, which helps so much.
Yeah, it does help. And it only helps for people our age who knew how to memorize phone numbers. Right. Also, we don't need to do that anymore.
For sure. But ironically, Dijkhuizen, Donna, it's Allyson Dijkhuizen.
Yeah.
But it's ironic that Jennifer Weiss is the one mentioning this because I cannot spell your last name, Jenny. I'm just a trash person who cannot. I flip I's and E's with abandon. I understand that I before E except after C thing makes no sense to me.
Too. When you read it, it's harder to say too, which I feel like Dijkhuizen has the same thing. You can as soon as you read it, you're like, I don't know what's going on there, but you can kind of remember it in a way too. So.
But for me, also McDougal is my last name, and I get McDougall a lot, which is kind of cute.
Why is that cuter?
It's cute. And McDougall or McDougall, which is a weird one.
McDougall.
But but it always again, speaking of olden days, it used to help me identify like spam callers. So I would just let them struggle a little bit. But now we just send those to voicemail. So
now anyway, we never answer the phone to strangers.
But if you are new to us and you survived that whole pronunciation discussion, Allyson, tell them what Sleeptember is. Tell them about it.
Sleeptember is a celebration around turning work in progresses into FOs, okay? Finished objects. So we're taking that giant pile of shit you haven't looked at since April, and we're digging through it, and we're setting goals so that from September 1 to September 30th, maybe September 36th, you will finish all of those projects. A lot of times, sleeves are the culprit here. We have a tendency, and now I'm not calling people out, I'm calling people in. We have a tendency to knit one sleeve and then say, well, I'm not doing that again. And putting it away. Or we finish the fun part, which is the body or the yoke or whatever is happening, and we go, well, I'll come back to this maybe. September 1st is the day. All right. September 1st is the day. So if you are a member of Laura Allyson Party, on September 1st, we are going to be taking a tally of all of these projects that you've dug out. All right. So that is our first event day. So you're going to make a post, maybe with a picture of your pile. It's going to be great. And then you're going to say, my goal, I have 5 projects that I need to finish. And then I'm going to count up everybody's numbers, everybody's goals, and we're going to have a massive Sleeptember goal. Last year it was like 291 or something. So obviously with the party growing, that number is going to be even higher this year. It's going to be nuts. All right. But yeah, we're having it. And we don't want Sarah to cry because she just said if she doesn't finish her Balin cardigan during Sleeptember, she will cry. All right.
Can't have it.
Can't have it. We can't have it. So what is a sleeve, you might be asking? A sleeve is really anything. As long as you're that's a sleeve for your foot that you're holding on there, Laura. This is a sleeve for your neck. Right? So we've run a loose ship around here. Our goal is always participation. All right? Participation. That is what we want for everyone.
Right. And the whole journey, the whole reason that we arrived at Sleeptember in the first place was because, frankly, Allyson and I understand our power, and we get you very excited about a lot of things throughout the year. And who doesn't love to start a brand new thing? And then who doesn't love to abandon that brand new thing to start another brand new thing? So this is a great time, especially when fall is in the air and you're getting ready to get super back reinvested in your knitting, your yarny hobby, to knock some stuff off the list. The momentum, it's just scientifically proven. The momentum throughout the month of September to just get things done through the roof. So
it's addicting.
And there's something super motivating about watching people like check things off, watching Sarah G not cry, and just having that accountability on whatever it is. For me, I am a classic Midwestern woman, and I can only really be accountable to other people. When I'm accountable to myself, no, I'll be fine. I don't need to do anything for me, but for other people, I'd rather die than for them to notice I didn't get it done. So,
and we're watching you, Laura.
I know everybody is. They care so
Everybody's
much.
Watching.
They care so much about my whip pile.
Now, I don't care about anything more than I care about Sarah finishing that ballon by September 30th. I've never cared about anything more.
And see, there's Donna joining us in the chat saying, is a hat a sleeve for your head? Donna, you got it. Check. Yep. And don't worry, everyone. This has all been approved by Judge Julie. So don't you even worry about it. We've checked in with her. Donna's got it.
Judge Julie sure's bending the rules over there. It's like someone with a lot of money bought her a yacht or something, and now she's just voting willy-nilly. That's just a random example.
There is a little bit of graft in the system. We don't have checks and balances around here, and this is naturally what happens. But when she errs on the side of participation, I do feel that is in the spirit of the law. So I
absolutely
have no problem.
Absolutely it is. Yeah. She is saving her vest for Sleeve Timber, which just has this much sleeve on it.
Which is interesting since she came down extremely hard on Alicia trying to make her Ingrid pullover part of SS, but they had sleeves and she was like, no, but now all of a sudden in Sleeve Timber, I don't know, Julie. I don't know. But we stay out of it. We have delegated this power, and therefore Julie owns the task. And that is how delegation works, everyone. So
we get to observe and smile and back away.
Yeah,
Julie's
you can take it to the appeals court, which looks a lot like this. It's just a trash can. So you just put your appeal just right in there.
That's a really beautiful trash can, Laura.
Thank you. Yes.
That's not what my trash cans look like at my house.
No, that's my craft can. My craft can. Because I tend to dig through it when I throw things away, and then I'm like,
you don't want like banana peels in there.
I keep it nice. No, the food. You know I compost. So anyway.
Yeah. Safe. Yeah, Justice Julie, exactly. I mean, yeah, but it works around here. It shouldn't work for the Supreme Court. Let's just be real. Let's just make that stand for sure.
Agreed.
So that is what's going on with Sleeve Timber. And in fact, Laura, we are going to, oh my gosh, time is hard. Time is hard because, when you're about to leave for a trip, you're just like, it's already over and it's already September. I was going to say next week is Sleeve Timber already. It's not. It absolutely isn't.
When you return, it will be. So I understand where your head's at. Yeah.
Yeah. So look forward to that. We will be keeping everyone here abreast of the situation because you're going to really get in the spirit of it. Even if you don't have any sleeves to knit, it's going to be great. And you're going to love it. Yeah.
Well, speaking of abreast, that's a perfect segue because it is still August and Allyson has been hosting BRAugust over in our garment workroom premium space at LauraAllyson.party. It's a lot of information.
It's a little clunky. Yeah.
But the point is, it's BRAugust. So it's the merry month of BRAugust where Allyson is helping everyone understand bras and how to make them and how they fit. And it is something that has eluded me for a long time. So I've been very grateful for the journey. Very grateful.
Thank you, Laura. I love boobs. and I love putting bras on them. It is a passion of mine, actually. And so, yeah, last night we had a little, we're making little intro. I happen to just have a little
Perfect.
bra
I thought
right
you
here.
might.
Look at this little cutie right here, completely see-through. Which is why I'm keeping my shirt on. But I'm showing this like this. So this is a Jordy bralette.
So pretty.
From Emerald Erin. And it's a cutie. And I ran through this construction last night and we had a great time. I think that fun was had.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And learning was had, that's for sure. And so I had a long languishing bra project who I'm not going to name the pattern because as it turns out, the designer is a thumbs down for me. So I don't want to shout them out in any way. And that was part of the reason why I abandoned my project. But also I loved the kit that I bought, which is this like lovely crane fabric. But as you can see, she was quite sheer. And I was like, oh, it's too sheer. I'll never wear it, blah, blah, blah. And then I saw that Jordy bralette coming together last night. And I was just like, I redoubled my efforts to look for this because I was like, I don't think, now that I've been through 96 degrees every day in Iowa, I've realized the merits of a sheer summer bra. I really see why you would want that. So even though the craftsmanship on this C-, I really could see me actually wearing it. It's so pretty. So I'm going to just practice on this before I start working away on the Black Beauty bra.
Looks like it fits like a glove.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I have no idea. This was an old bust measurement too, God knows. But it'll be my first time working with underwires. And I wanted to thank you for talking me into the sheer. I think it's going to be great. Yeah, so Jenny is saying sheer bras are great when you have opaque shirts or great when you have sheer shirts if you live in Brooklyn, New York, for sure.
We're in a nipple forward time right now. There's nipples everywhere.
I just don't, I have just way less shame around all of that stuff than I used to, largely thanks to Allyson and her love of boobs and the discussions that we've had.
I love them.
Yeah, the discussions that we've had personally and at the retreats, and I can just do what I want. So I'm letting go a lot of that baggage.
Good. I love that. Well, I can't wait to see more of that bra come together, Laura. And even if it is not a winner in that it does not fit you, it will still be good. Because I always say when you're digging into making bras, you just gotta make a few.
You do.
Just to get the pieces to come together, do the elastic, do the whole thing,
Right.
and then the more you make, the better you'll get at it.
I think so. I think that's so true. And so really, I legit thought by the time we got into class last night, I thought I had actually just fully thrown this away. So the fact that I found it felt like, all right, sign from the universe. I'm gonna give it a try.
Yeah.
So
get her together. I like it. Yeah, I like it. Well, nice. So BRAugust is alive and well. And if you are interested, you can come over to the party and go to the garment sewing workroom in the party. It is a premium space. And we have lots of bra content because like I said, it's a passion of mine. Bra making, I love it. So we have a few little tutorials and little classes about bra making in the workroom. So if you're interested, come on over. I love it. Yeah.
So that's what I've got going on. Clearly it's so sewing forward. I am knitting quite a bit. I'm working through my second Breeza sock. We had our Breeza knit along earlier this year, designed by the fabulous Stepanka. And we're making progress each week in my maker work group, and slowly I think I might even have this done by Sleep Number. I mean, we'll see.
Well, it is only the 17th now that I'm looking at it.
It's right. It's possible. Next week we're turning the heel, so God knows. But
you're basically there. I love it.
So.
Yeah. I got to a good part. So I was sharing this.
Yes.
This is my beatnik. I just finished. I gave it a wet block because I wanted it to grow more. And I feel like like with cables, sometimes you really just need to soak the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Look
And
how
with
beautiful it
moss
is.
stitch too. I feel like moss
Yeah.
stitch really blooms with a good soak. That's gorgeous.
Yeah. So I soaked it. It's laying on my sewing machine right now because it is time to reinforce and cut my steek panels that I put in the sucker. So you can see there's an armhole steek. Here's my V-neck steek. So I'm pretty excited about getting this together.
I love it. I'm so excited to see the
We'll
V-neck.
see. I know. I'm excited too. I think I have, after many Paul McCartney sweaters, after a few other V-neck situations, having to adjust a V-neck, Be Thankful cardigan, we have to adjust a V-neck. And now everybody's really into adding a V-neck to the Weekender sweater. I think I have finally calculated a foolproof V-neck shaping worksheet.
Massive. You heard it here first. You heard it here first, everybody. That's huge.
I got it. So that will be part of my beatnik party class.
So cool.
Coming out. Everything's a party. I'm slapping party onto everything because why not?
It's the brand. It's branded.
Yeah.
It's important.
It's branded. Exactly. Cozy Classic Raglan V-neck. Karen, so close. Very V-neck, which is basically Cozy Classic Raglan with a V-neck. That is coming up this fall too.
I love it. Incredible.
I told myself last time I launched a class schedule with the majority of brand new classes that I would never do that again because that's really hard to do. And I did it again.
Yeah, that's okay. That's all right. I mean, there's no stopping you. So it'll be fine. And everyone will have a good time along with it.
I'll just be so tired. And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's
I'm doing some hits. I'm going back to some hits and a few new things for the spring, but yeah, I'm going to the hits mostly.
I love the hits. Yeah. I'm doing a few hits, but mostly new classes.
I do have one other.
Oh, look at that. She's growing.
It's happening. Speaking of accountability, our Whip It Out group that helps us tackle some of our whips, not just in September, but all year long. The La Bandana knit along is going strong. Everyone's doing such a great job. But before I cast on a new project, I really wanted to tackle this shawl that has been on the needles. And I mostly got this out to show Karen because Karen does love this. But yeah, this is my Sirius shawl and knit in honor of our trip to Portugal. It reminds me of the sidewalks.
So good.
And it's growing. So I'm almost done with this last mosaic thing. And then I get to do this really insane border that I don't understand. So I don't know. But yeah, it's growing. I've made progress.
That sounds like it's future Laura's problem. So I'm sure she'll figure it out.
Yeah. And then I'm always like, oh, I'm not really a shawl person, but goddamn, when I look at this thing, I'm like, I'm a this person. I'm whatever this is.
Well, it's a good shape for just kind of wrapping and going.
Yeah. And since we have those deep V-neck winter coats, the Grainline Studio Yates coat, it's nice to have a little something there.
It's nice to have a little something there, something with a beautiful pop too. Yeah, I really like it. Nice, Laura. And also you're working on your porcelain sweater. I know because last night we had our materials class for our upcoming porcelain sweater class and retreat. Looking so good also. I'm excited about that.
Of course, I put it out of reach, but yeah, I love it so much. And I've been porcelain forward around here trying to make sure I had everything ready for class last night. And so now I'm like, everything else feels like super fun and not homework. So I'll take it back up. Just need a couple days for shawl extravaganza, I think.
I like it. I think that's good. That's good boundaries.
And, catch up on BRAugust.
Catch up on BRAugust. What amazing goals. What amazing goals you have. I love it.
It's, it's fun to be inspired. Sometimes it comes and goes, like at your trip lead up for me was my trip lead up to Iowa in July, and it just sucked a lot of my time. So it's nice to be back home and like cleaning out my craft.
Digging into it.
Yes.
Yes. Nice. Going back to your, what is it? Serious?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's how you say it.
Serious? Something like that. Where were you last week on that? I feel like you made a lot of progress this week.
I did. I was about here. So unfortunately, I made the
Jeez.
bold and brave choice to take this to knit night on Tuesday and messed up and had to knit back as all the progress that I did. But I am very close to being done with this repeat again. And yeah, I'm really hoping to really fly through this later on this afternoon because I have on the calendar. And we have a baseball game to watch tomorrow night, a very important baseball game. So I'm hoping that I can make some serious progress on this bad boy. I love it. Serious.
I love it. Serious. Get it? Yeah, it's serious. Yes, the Brewers are playing someone and we're watching it.
Important.
Yeah, someone. Now I'm bringing over the two biggest Brewers fans in the world, Laura and Lil Caitlin, who we went to the Brewers last week. So we will have a Friday night in learning more about baseball.
So important.
There's so much
to be on the record, hearty approval of the new baseball rules. We're joking about Caitlin and I being the world's biggest fan, although I do enjoy the Brewers so much. But no, like 40% about baseball. So these new rules for the 40% fan, oh boy, so much more engaging, and I feel like the game is really appealing to me. So I approve of these new rules.
It's appealing to everyone except old men who don't like change.
I think you could just say old men, and that's implied. But yes, I that doesn't surprise me. But as it turns out, if they need the sport to survive, they're going to have to get some buy-in from other quadrants. That's my official position.
They really do. The average age of a baseball fan is like 68. And that is just not sustainable. That's not sustainable. So yeah, I'm excited about newer rules. I want more AI involved in my baseball, please. More craziness, more shenanigans. But I'm in a minority there. I think the problem is that it's like the big huge fans get it. And even if you're like an old man who doesn't like change and you're a big baseball fan, you're like, oh yeah, this is great. It's the old man who doesn't like change who also is a casual baseball fan, because then that's an uneducated fan who then doesn't like change and doesn't understand enough to know that it's great. That's my official stance, Laura.
Well, I feel that this is broadly applicable around any sort of interests that people have, and this is what the kids call gatekeeping. And I really will never understand like your appreciation of something needing to come from it being exclusionary or like exclusive, or that you know more. This is the classic. This is where I landed on my bad take about Wilco of just like having people yell at me about music on dates. Has not really like made me embrace the music that those people are really passionate about. So, you know, it's just like for me, if more people can enjoy the thing you love, I don't see the bad. I don't see how that's bad, but old men, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, they really want to think they're way smarter than everyone. And there are a lot of rules of baseball, but you just have to learn them. It doesn't make you smart. You just have a lot of time.
But it's incredibly hard. Being raised by sports fans, I've always said, like, I think I would have enjoyed sports way younger and way more if they understood how to like teach me about them. Everyone just acts like sports knowledge is innately understood, and it's very complicated. But everyone in my family is like, well, duh, you just do this. And I'm like, everyone just knows every rule to every sport. And I'm like, well, I sure don't. And I don't even know what we're looking at or what to ask. And if I do ask, I'm going to get yelled at. So I don't.
That's terrible.
I don't want this. But as it turns out, sports are fun to watch. You just have to have someone that you can talk to and ask, like my friend Allyson, who's not going to be like, you're an absolute idiot and you shouldn't be here. Yikes. Okay.
That's terrible. I know. I never understand. I guess that's what makes us good at teaching things too, Laura,
Yeah.
because if people came to us and were like, well, I don't know how to purl, we'd be like, you're an idiot. Get out of here. That wouldn't get us a lot of students.
No.
So being able to be like, oh my God, you're going to love it because it does this. You know, that's the energy that I bring in when people have any kind of question about sports too. It's like, oh my gosh, you're going to love it. This is the reason that rule exists. And this is why it's great. And this is why it makes the game better.
Yeah.
That's just better.
And it goes back to our dedication and our value of lifelong learning, where you also, as a grown adult, it's really, and with a lot of ingrained bullshit from our society, it's really hard to admit that you don't know something. Like, it's really hard for your ego and to put you have to be vulnerable to be like, I actually don't understand what's going on. I know I spent a lot of my early 20s pretending like I knew and had read and had seen everything and did not ask any follow-up questions. And I was in the dark a lot because I didn't want some man talking down to me. And as it turns out, the world got so much more interesting when I just let that part of my ego go. And I actually learned these things and was able to like be a part of the conversation. So I don't know. I don't have a grand conclusion other than my enjoyment of sports has gone through the roof because I have found folks who encourage that curiosity and don't shout it down.
No. Yeah, terrible, yucky, awful. Speaking of, Laura, we're playing fantasy football this year, baby.
Yeah.
It's a real thing that's happening.
Yeah.
I don't know. So over the weekend, my brother was like, Allyson, I'm not doing fantasy football this year, so don't ask me. And I was like, I haven't played fantasy football since 2016, Adam. So I don't know where this text is coming from. But okay. But then I got in my head and I was like, that might be kind of fun. And I've been trying to think of like extra content to do with our party people too. That's not like necessarily knitting focused, but more like community building and just like fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was like, I wonder if there's an interest in fantasy football around the party. And God damn it, if there wasn't some interest, we have 17 people in our league, Laura, which means we only have 3 spots left. So if you too want to play fantasy football, you should come play. And there's a lot of people there whose partners or sons or dads or whoever has played fantasy football forever, but they haven't felt like they had I guess they couldn't deal with trying to ask that stupid man for help to figure out how to play fantasy football. So they know a lot about football, but they've never played fantasy football before. So I think it's going to be really fun, safe space for questions. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, Laura.
And for me, football is my favorite sport. And that's a big problem. There are a lot of ethical issues that come with that. And so I backed off watching the past 5 years or so. But so I am coming in with knowledge of the mechanics of the game, but the actual players and things. So I might just auto draft this one and just see where it goes. And then it gives me little stakes to be like root for every week and just see what happens. So you can take a lot of different approaches to
I love that
our
strategy,
league
Laura.
too. So
yeah. So I think it's gonna be fun. And Laura, I saw your little Colts got a cutie little new quarterback they just put up. So
yeah, you can't trust that he's going to be in good hands. But we'll just see what happens. We'll see.
We'll just be rooting for him.
I'm as always rooting for the Indianapolis Colts to get out of their own way. That's what I root for. So.
I love this for us. I love this because it kind of feels like the temps are getting lower. There's a little, not like, I mean, like, it's just, you can feel it's kind of close. And so
It
that's
feels
why
near.
we're talking football. That's why we're talking sleep-timber. That's why we're talking about sweater weather. It's
Yep.
near, you guys. We're in the home stretch of this thing. All right. It's serious. It's time to get serious about just like the best time of the year, which is right around the corner.
100%. So yeah, man, things are good. It's good to feel inspired and just like working on tons of things. And I'm excited that I'll have stuff to show you all next week. That's a big motivator for me.
I'm excited about that too. I am trying to get as much knitting done as possible before I go on my trip because I want to just kind of relax and drink beer when I'm in London. So yeah, I think that's a good plan. Relaxing and beer drinking.
100%.
Next up, steaking the sucker.
So cool. I will
keep an eye open for that. And I'm going to post it in the party too, because we have a lot of people are interested in this sucker. Oh, yeah. I'm slowly converting everyone into just putting steek panels randomly in their projects.
It's better. It is better. So I
love it for us. Yeah, exactly. All right. We have one last thing I wanted to point out too. Laura and I have been pushing the knitting and natural dyeing retreat coming up next month. There are a few spots left in that. So if you're dragging your feet, just join us. Okay. Yeah. It's going to be so fun. That too is just like that fall crisp air. It's just like here. And I just want to stick some yarn in some boiling pots of bugs.
Yeah, for sure. Which is, 20% of what it actually is, but it's an important 20%. But yeah, we're hitting this promo extra hard and kind of uncharacteristically, I would say, but that's because we have a good group. We have a good group coming, and I just know there are some of you out there who are just like on the fence for whatever reason. And I say, if you have friends in town that weekend, that kind of thing, they're not your real friends if they don't reschedule so that you can come. But really, this to me is like the crown jewel of our retreat. Like it's Leanne, they're not your real friends. Okay. But to me, this is like the best version. This is the best first retreat to come to because it really has like the original model, and then it has a lot's going on. And it's just you get to do a little something and create your own adventure. And it's, I just really believe in our natural dyeing retreat. It was just like, it's been such a success. Like this will be our third time doing it.
Yeah.
It's been such a success and everybody just like has a blast. So we have a lot of return folks because of that. So I would love to see some new faces, and try and I encourage you all to be, embrace that lifelong learning. So that's why we're hitting it so hard.
Yeah. I love it. So look for more information at lauraallison.com and grab one of those remaining spots. It is the 22nd through the 25th, something like that of September. Just like the perfect time you want to spend outside, leaves turning, hot apple cider, marshmallow. I mean, you can just like get the vibes. All right. I'm super excied about it too.
You can break out your lighter knits. I mean, like it's time, you want to get them out of mothballs. So
yeah,
do it.
And also the pool will still be open. So we can go swimming too, at the same time. So it's the best of all the worlds, every world.
Yep.
Yeah.
Huge.
Laura, as usual, so nice to see you.
I love live. Happy 10th episode. We made it to double digits.
Double digits. It's so good. I feel like we've kind of gotten into the swing of this thing.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Yeah, it's so nice. I'm just like, oh, it's Thursday. Oh yeah, noon. It's just part of the sketch now. Yeah,
it's great.
Such a good life. Hopefully, clearly, our numbers keep rising, joining us live every week. So I'm glad that you are all here too, hanging out with us. Hopefully, we brought a little bit of laughter and not too much preaching, though never be an old white man who doesn't like change.
Yeah.
That's important.
If you don't want the status quo to change, it's because you're drowning in privilege. So think about it. Think about it.
Think about it. Nobody here, obviously, but all right. Well, we will see everyone next week, same time. Till then, Laura, I'll see you soon.
Yeah, happy making, y'all. We will see you on the party. Bye.
Yay.